What's up, everyone? It's your boy LT, and what's that? I'm not actually dead. I've been alive this whole time. Alright, so this video is not going to be about how I haven't posted in a while. I'll get into that later. There's nothing really interesting about it. It's just I don't enjoy FIFA during the summer. I will be buying FIFA 21, and I will be back to regular scheduled FIFA player reviews and FIFA series and all that good stuff just when FIFA 21 comes out. Playing in July is stupid. That's not to say I haven't been making content, though. You guys would know on twitch.tv/longtransaction, I've been streaming almost every day. We've been doing some Valorant, but lately Football Manager. That's actually who that guy over there is. That's my Football Manager. I'm in the Premier League with Norwich still, and it's good. But anyway, why do we have the table up, boys? Oh, it's because it's the last day of the season, and I'm doing this video a little bit late. But anyway, it's the last day of the season. All the games are being played at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. That's 4 p.m. in the UK, as if anyone who watches these videos live in the UK. It's pretty interesting because of the Champions League and Europa League battle, as well as the relegation battle. I feel like most of you guys already know this, but just as a quick rundown, Liverpool, title, City, Champions League, then United, Chelsea, Leicester are the three options for the two teams that get into the Champions League. We have Wolves, Tottenham, as the teams that can get, I guess Leicester as well, and Chelsea and United, as the teams that could get Europa League, but then also you have to think of Arsenal because of the FA Cup. They could get in, so then 7th could automatically not be a Europa League thing. I'll get into this stuff more, and there's a good table that shows more details. For relegation, this is interesting not only for the relegation teams, because I always like looking at what players could possibly go down. Because if you go down and you're a top player, someone like Jack Grealish, it doesn't really matter for him either way. He could leave even if they do stay up. He's kind of hinted at that. But players like that, they're more likely to leave. So let's take Watford, for example. Decore. I don't know if they're going to keep Decore. Ismail Assar. I don't know what his wages are, but I don't think they can afford them in the championship. So it's sort of interesting to think about that for a team like, I don't know, Tottenham. So anyway, Norwich has already been relegated. Bournemouth, Watford, Villa. Those are the three teams for the last two spots, 18th and 19th. Those will go down in relegation. And with COVID-19, that's really bad because you have no money. So this is on Reddit. I don't go on Reddit, but it's posted by peanutbutterjelly_, and it was posted 3 days ago. You can look at it, and it shows all the different permutations for the Champions League, Europa League, and relegation, which I won't go into complete detail on because I don't really feel like it. But you can look at these, and it's pretty interesting if you want to know. And I will just note, I'm going to be reacting live on twitch.tv/longtransaction, my Twitch account, with some of the boys. I'm going to watch it. I obviously can't show the game, but if you guys want to come along and watch to see what unfolds, it should be good fun. It's sort of what True Geordie does, but I'm not Geordie, so you can understand me. Anyway, United play Leicester. Part of the reason why this is so interesting because of the matchups that we have on the final day. United and Leicester. United's form has been pretty good since the restart, and they have looked really good in games like against Bournemouth. But then they've also kind of shown old United ways. And so they've been struggling a bit recently. Like the Michael Obafemi last-second goal kind of shocked them. Then they got destroyed in the FA Cup, and then they only drew 1-1. I didn't watch this game, but from what I read, they didn't actually dominate as much as you might expect against West Ham, who are safe from relegation. But they are playing Leicester, and Leicester have been really bad since the restart. I mean, they lost 3-0 to Tottenham, my team, and Tottenham have been kind of good since the restart. But anyway, they lost to Bournemouth. Soyuncu got sent off. 1-1 against Arsenal. The only reason they even got a draw of that was because Adriaan went kung fu on someone. So Leicester have been bad, and it's sort of because I think they were overachieving in the first half of the season. But it's because you're missing players like James Maddison, Ricardo Pereira, Ben Chilwell. I can't even think of who else. But so that all is to be said. It is at Leicester, but because there are no fans, it doesn't make as much of a difference because you got no fans, you've got no land. So I would be very surprised if Leicester actually win this because they do need to win it. They're a point back, and I mean, a draw won't help them unless Chelsea collapse. So Chelsea have been good, but they've also been bad. It's kind of a thing about the top four, isn't it? You get games like the Chelsea-Man City game where Chelsea played well. You get games like Chelsea-Man United in the FA Cup where they played well. But then you get games like Chelsea-West Ham where they lost 3-2. That wasn't even when West Ham was on sort of good form. That was just random. They lost 3-2, and they looked bad. You get Chelsea-Liverpool where Pulisic comes on and immediately has an impact, but then they give up 5 goals, and all the players are shouting at Kepa, and they're going, Kepa, Kepa, because Kepa's bad. And they're playing Wolves. Wolves have been pretty good, and Wolves are dangerous. And also, based off this new report, apparently they put baby oil on Adama Traore's arms. So that's cool. See, if you guys don't believe me, it's in Dutch for all you guys who want to translate, but that means that they put baby oil on his arms. What do I think will happen? I honestly think Chelsea will win this. Frank Lampard is proven to be a good manager, and they have such a huge incentive because they're probably going to bring in Havertz. They've already brought in Ziyech. They've already brought in Timo Werner. And if they somehow don't get Champions League football, that would be huge. I mean, Kai Havertz might actually not come. If that's how big this game is. So personally, I believe that United and Chelsea will both win. I think they'll just win outright. So they'll end on 66 points both. Goal differential will go to United. It doesn't matter third and fourth. Leicester, I'm thinking, will end 62. Wolves, I think 59. And then Tottenham, my team, they play Crystal Palace. Tottenham's actually been sort of good. I mean, they had the terrible game against Bournemouth, terrible game against Sheffield United, but then they've had, like, even Everton, they got lucky. Lo Celso deflection goal. Newcastle, Tottenham, I mean, Harry Kane started to look good. Harry Kane started to look really good against Leicester. So, Harry Kane, Crystal Palace, I'm expecting like 2-0. Jose Mourinho is starting to figure out things, and I think it's very important because you think back to the previous season and then how it finishes seems to be a good indicator, at least in my mind, to how you'll start and continue into the next season. I'm thinking about the end of 2019. Tottenham looks really, really bad. They somehow scraped a top 4 finish, but they should have, they were at one point challenging for the title with City and Liverpool, and then they ended up just being bad. So Mourinho continuing this momentum, and there's a shortened break because of the long break, because games start mid-September, something like that. I think that would bode very well for Tottenham next year. Now, do I think Tottenham are going to compete for the title against Liverpool? Although Liverpool have been kind of on bad form. Do I think that against Chelsea, maybe, United, City? Probably City is the number 1 contender, I'd say. Probably not. I'm thinking Tottenham top 4 finish would be good. Maybe a Europa League win. But to get into the Europa League, you need help from Chelsea. And you also need to take care of your business against Crystal Palace. I think they do. I'm going to say 2-0 to Tottenham. So how it shapes up, I have Liverpool, City, United, Chelsea, Leicester, Tottenham, Wolves, and then that doesn't really, I don't care about that stuff, all the way down to 17th. Now this is where it becomes interesting because Watford fired Nigel Pearson. I don't know what he said against, who was it? West Ham? Yeah. Apparently he said some stuff at halftime of West Ham's game when they were down 3-0. I don't know. That's allegedly. They're going to get smashed. No way. I mean, they looked terrible against Chelsea. They looked terrible against Southampton. And they were in a relegation battle. They don't care anymore. At this point, they don't care. So Watford, I say, is going to lose, and they're going to remain on 34 points. So then it essentially becomes, will Villa get a draw? Villa play West Ham. West Ham have nothing to play for, really. Well, I mean, you always want to get a higher spot because I think that you're incentivized by money to get higher position, but really, Aston Villa have so much more to play for. Villa got the win against Arsenal, and I honestly don't watch too many Villa games, so I couldn't really tell you exactly. I mean, I know Jack Grealish is great. I know Trezeguet is not actually the real Trezeguet. I know Douglas Luiz is pretty good. I know Tyrone Mings is a tank. It's just, do you think that Villa will not get any result against West Ham? I think they get at least a draw, so I'm saying Villa get a draw, which mean in the table, they go up to 35 points. They're safe from Bournemouth, even if Bournemouth win. And Watford, I think, will lose to Arsenal. I mean, I don't really love doing predictions because at the end of the day, I have no idea. Most people have no idea. You can watch as much football as you like. I'd say I watch quite a bit of football. I actually can name most of these players, but I don't know anything. Most people don't know anything. So that's why it's fun, and that's why you guys should come to twitch.tv/longtransaction where we're going to watch the games. All right, I'll see you guys.